This is Alfred Nobel, who lived and worked here in the 1870s. He established what became the Nobel Explosives Factory a couple of miles down the road. And amazingly, by the time he died, Nobel had filed over 350 patent applications. Now, if that sounds like a lot, the Patent Office receives an average of 27,000 patent applications every year. So the spirit of invention is obviously alive and well. David Wardell and I have been down to Bristol to meet some more garden shed inventors. This week, Inventions Plus comes from Bristol, a city which has thrived on innovation and invention. David Wardell has uncovered something in Bristol's Industrial Museum which will probably either conjure up dreams or nightmares.
Now here's a bit of history which has had big ramifications for anyone who's ever travelled along the motorway. It's the very first holiday caravan, built in 1883 and called the Wanderer. It led to this, a 1950s example of the archetypal denizen of the highway. Now, of course, the holiday caravan is a very basic idea, and often the most successful inventions are the simplest.
Joining me now is Paul Vincent. Now, Paul, tell me a bit about your invention.
Right, what it is, it's a safety splash cover. Now, I've been a builder for many years now, and one of the big problems at the end of the day, after using a mixer, is the cleaning out process. What every builder does is a bucket of water, half a dozen ice bricks, turns the mixer on, the drum rotates, the bricks hit against the inside of the mixer, which loosens off all the hard cement, okay? Splashes out of the mixer drum, it causes eye injuries, okay? You get damage to paintwork, parked cars.
Yeah, I've seen splashes sometimes.
Well, sometimes. I've done it myself. Turn it on and you'll use a hand brush and put your hand in while the drum's rotating.
That's a bit dangerous,
well,
isn't it?
Yeah, I know that some people get severely injured doing that same thing. So what I've come up with is a rubber cover, okay? This is a bit basic, but it demonstrates the idea behind it, okay?
Okay.
It's actually a cover that fits on the mixer while it rotates.
So show me how it works then.
Right. Okay, in with the house bricks.
Lovely and messy.
Lovely. Turn it on. Right. Yeah, as you can see, it's coming out already. Okay. Sometimes you've got lime in it, different chemicals, causes eye injuries. Big problem. Okay. Look how far that's going. Oh. Right. Turned it off now.
It goes for miles.
It goes for miles. Yeah, exactly. And it's a big problem. Every builder uses this, and they clean them out every day. Right. So let's hope this fits. Right, yeah, that's it. Okay.
Brilliant.
What we've got inside is a little vein
that
sticks inside the mixer.
Right.
So as any water that hits this rubber drum here will fall back inside of the mixer instead of coming out. Okay. So now we'll turn it on again.
The moment of truth.
Moment of truth. Okay.
Wow.
It's in its early stages, but it cures the problem. No more injuries by hands, and perhaps for the building site or use, high visibility.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what it is. If it's on the building sites, people know whether you're using one or not. It's a good idea. It stops injuries, stops mess. It's cheap and it's simple.
So David, what do you think?
Well, it's a very interesting idea. It's one of those examples of an invention that unless you have knowledge of a particular problem, you'd never think of it. And it's certainly got great possibilities because, believe it or not, there are over 1 million of these things in use in the country. So with the fact that you can use it as a retrofit situation, obviously there's a great potential market out there.
And health and safety stuff is always hot property, isn't it?
Absolutely, and it's getting stricter and stricter all the time. So that's an added selling point, if you like.
What would be your advice, though?
Well, I think you definitely need to look into the manufacturing side of it. This is a great prototype, but it needs to be refined. It could probably be made lighter and cheaper. Then you need to talk to the trade. Obviously you've got to get the feedback, because it's all right having a great product, but are they going to buy it? So there's a few areas to look at, but I think potentially it's a great invention. It's clean, it's tidy, and it helps safety issues.
just across the river to the Explore at Bristol Science Centre. With me is Patrick Murphy, co-inventor of the safe switch. Now, Patrick, what does this do?
Well, it basically just stops people accidentally switching off electrical devices like computers or life support systems in hospitals at the extreme end, or domestic appliances like refrigeration equipment, baby monitors, things like that.
So it basically just fits on your plug?
Yeah, it's very simple. Anyone can fit it in a couple of seconds. You've got it?
Oh, yeah.
It just pops on there.
So you can't switch it off? Brilliantly simple.